My dear child, listen carefully. This is urgent. Archangel Michael is not just sending a sign. He is pleading with you. Just 2 seconds of your attention could change everything tonight, not tomorrow, not next week, tonight. Something spiritual is about to happen in your house. And you must be ready or you might miss what heaven has been preparing for you all this time. You felt it, haven't you? That strange heaviness when you walk into a certain room. That flicker of light when there's no explanation. That cold breeze on your neck when all the windows are shut. These are not accidents. These are signals. And Archangel Michael has been trying to warn you because a moment is coming and it will arrive when you least expect it. Not because you're in danger, but because you're about to be delivered from something you didn't even realize was holding you back. Child, tonight an energy will pass through your home. It will be quiet, silent even, but in the spiritual realm it will be loud like a trumpet. Heaven has sent Michael for you. And when Archangel Michael arrives, it is never for something small. He carries a sword of protection, a shield of truth, and a voice that commands legions of angels. But right now, he's not commanding anyone. He's speaking only to you. He is saying, this is your moment. Don't ignore it. Don't scroll past. Don't say I'll open it later. I'm begging you for just 2 seconds. Your soul has waited long enough. You've been wondering why your life has felt on pause. Why things seem close but never quite arrive. Why people shift away. Why promises delay. Why breakthrough feels like it's stuck in traffic. But it's not stuck. It's being prepared. And tonight the door opens. But listen, this message will not be shown to you again. It's a spiritual appointment. Your angels have waited years to get this moment in front of your eyes. If you miss this, it doesn't mean you'll be punished. No, God loves you too much for that. But it will mean a longer wait, a delay in something your soul is secretly exhausted from waiting on. And Archangel Michael knows your heart is tired. That's why he's not standing in power. He's kneeling in compassion. Just imagine this. The most powerful warrior angel in heaven kneeling at your door, whispering to your spirit, please listen. He knows who is trying to contact you from the other side. He knows the truth behind the dream you had last night. He knows about the shadow that moved when you were praying. He even knows the name of the person whose energy you keep feeling but whose face you can't remember. And tonight, all of that will begin to make sense. God is not trying to scare you. He's trying to prepare you. And if you've been feeling stuck, lost, or overwhelmed, it's because your spirit already senses the shift that's about to arrive in your house. Your physical eyes might not see it, but your soul will. There's going to be a sound, maybe a knock, maybe a whisper, maybe just a flicker of light that seems too quick to notice. But in that split second, everything will change in the spirit. And if you respond, if you listen, something heavy will lift off your heart. You'll feel it immediately, like a deep sigh from the heavens that finally lets you breathe freely again. And just when you think you imagined it, you'll notice something. A message left for you. A moment that couldn't have been coincidence. A word from someone who passed away but still loves you more than life. And child, they've been trying to tell you this for months, but the timing had to be perfect. That time is now. This is not a video. This is a divine instruction. And if you're still here reading, then this is your confirmation. Heaven is calling you. Bell, stop for just a moment. Subscribe. Stay connected. Don't leave without pressing that button because the next message will carry your next miracle. You think this one is strong. The next one will bring you to tears and you deserve to receive it. Don't risk missing it. Now come back because there's more. Archangel Michael is not only here to reveal but to protect. There's something near you, someone, a decision they are making about you. But here's the truth. They don't know your full strength yet. And tonight, a spiritual transaction will happen that will make sure you are not ignored anymore. Someone is about to realize your value. Someone powerful, someone distant, maybe in the physical but connected in the spirit. They're going to remember something about you. Something small, a glance, a word, a moment they never spoke about, but heaven has been replaying that moment in their soul like a silent movie. And tonight, they'll feel it again. But listen, the reason Archangel Michael is begging you is because there is also a dark force watching this moment too. That force doesn't want you to see this message. Doesn't want you to respond. Doesn't want your house filled with light. But Michael will not allow darkness to win. That's why when the hour comes, and it will come tonight, you'll feel something stir. It might even make you pause. And in that pause, you must speak. Speak out loud. I receive this. I welcome divine protection. Archangel Michael, you are welcome in my home tonight. Say it as many times as needed. Say it with power because that one sentence will break through every hidden block, every invisible wall, every spiritual weight that has tried to steal your joy. And do not fear. This is not a message of warning. It is a message of victory. You're being elevated. That's why it's felt so hard lately. You've been pushing through spiritual resistance that most people wouldn't even survive. But God chose you because He knows you have the strength. And more importantly, He knows you have a purpose that cannot be replaced by anyone else. Tonight, heaven touches your home. And the moment it happens, you'll feel it in your body. A chill, a shiver, a sudden peace, and you'll know you were never alone. So before this moment passes, I ask you again with love, don't miss what heaven is about to do. Archangel Michael is standing at the edge of your bed, watching over you. His sword is glowing. His eyes are full of compassion and he's whispering now. Child, say yes. I'm here for you. Tonight is the shift. You've waited long enough. This is the sign. Please just open your spirit. And if you feel anything strange tonight, any signs, don't panic. Just say, I see it. I accept it. Thank you, God. Thank you, angels, because they've been working hard behind the scenes setting up a miracle that's about to reach your doorstep. And I'll say it once more because heaven is insisting. Open this now. Tonight is the moment. Archangel Michael is begging you. Just 2 seconds can change everything. Please don't skip this. God loves you too much to stay silent. Your message has arrived. I know it's your turn to open the door. And I know what you're thinking right now. What if nothing happens? What if I just imagined all of this? What if I'm hoping too much again? But listen to me, my beloved child. That voice of doubt is not yours. That's the voice of delay. That's the echo of every heartbreak you've carried, every broken promise that taught you not to expect too much. But heaven is rewriting that. Not with empty words, but with presence. A presence so real, so strong that even the walls of your house will feel it. You weren't drawn to this message by mistake. Your soul was called to it, pulled by something greater, something that has been watching you cry in silence, fight in silence, believe in silence. And heaven is saying, no more silence. Tonight is not just about what happens in your house. It's about what happens inside you. Because something inside you is being unlocked. You've been walking around with this weight. A sense that you're meant for more. That your name is tied to something greater. That you were born for a reason that still hasn't fully appeared. And tonight, the first puzzle piece drops into place. That feeling you've carried since childhood. It wasn't your imagination. It was destiny whispering before you had words for it. And child, I must tell you something sensitive now. Someone in your bloodline cried out to God for you. Maybe a grandmother. Maybe someone who is no longer living on earth. Maybe someone you never even met. But their prayer reached heaven. They asked for you to be protected, for you to be given a special touch, for you to be the one who breaks the cycles and brings joy where there was only survival. And Archangel Michael was assigned to you the moment that prayer went up. That's why you survived what others didn't. That's why no matter how low it got, there was always something that kept you going. That something was divine protection. And tonight, that protection becomes visible. Tonight, something spiritual will enter your home. Not to haunt, but to heal. Not to scare, but to set free. Not to confuse, but to confirm. You'll feel the atmosphere shift. Even the air might feel different. And when that moment comes, don't distract yourself. Don't scroll your phone. Don't turn up the volume to block the silence. Embrace the quiet. Because in that silence, you will hear what your soul has been dying to know. There's a sentence you will hear in your spirit. It may come softly. It may come in a dream. Or it may echo like thunder through your thoughts. Whatever form it takes, trust it. That is heaven speaking. You are being prepared for something rare. A spiritual visitation that is not offered to everyone. Only to those whose calling is deep, whose heart is pure, whose spirit has cried out night after night, saying, God, just show me that I'm not alone. This is your answer. Not in a sign outside you, but a confirmation inside you. And that person who has been on your mind, who keeps appearing in your dreams, who left without giving you the closure you needed, they're going to feel your shift, too. Even if they don't know why, even if they're far away, something in their spirit will suddenly whisper, you need to reach out. They won't know why. They'll just know that they miss you more than they thought possible. Because heaven is not just shifting your atmosphere, it's shifting connections. Divine realignment is happening. The people who hurt you will suddenly feel uncomfortable in their own silence. The ones who walked away will feel a pull they cannot explain because your spiritual frequency is changing. You're stepping into your power and everything around you must respond. That's why this is not a normal message. That's why Archangel Michael is begging you. Child, if you miss this, you will delay what was already yours. But if you open yourself fully without doubt, then what happens tonight will echo for the rest of your life. I want you to do something tonight. Light a candle, just one. No need for ritual. No need for fancy words. Just light it with intention. And as it glows, say these words aloud. I welcome divine alignment. Archangel Michael, you are free to move in this house. God, I trust your timing. I am ready. Then pause. Let the silence hold you. Let the flame speak to you. Because through that small action, you are signaling to heaven. I've heard the call and I say yes. This may be the first time in your life you fully felt what surrender means. Not giving up but giving over. Giving your worry, your plans, your tears, your confusion to the one who already has the outcome written. And dear child, it's beautiful. The ending you feared is not your ending. The abandonment you suffered will not define you. The love you thought you lost is about to return in a way that's healthier, truer, and more aligned than anything you've ever known. Archangel Michael sees you. God is watching and the angels are singing because you are waking up to your identity again. You are divine. You are chosen. You are not too late. You are not forgotten. Tonight is sacred. And it's only the beginning. Subscribe to Heaven Knows You for daily Archangel Michael messages. If this message touched your soul, stay close. Subscribe now so the next whisper from heaven can reach you the moment it's released. These messages are not entertainment. They are lifelines. Each one is coded with something your spirit has been asking for. Don't risk missing the next answer to your silent prayer. The candle is lit. The eye of heaven is open. The sword of Michael is drawn. Your miracle is already on the way. Child, take a deep breath. The energy that surrounds you right now is not from this world. It's sacred. It's heavy. Not like a burden, but like a presence that wraps itself around you, like a blanket made of light. You might feel warm, or your eyes may fill with tears for no reason. That's not just emotion. That's recognition. Your spirit is remembering something it knew long before your body did. You were meant for this moment. And even if your mind is doubting, even if you're unsure why you're still reading this, your soul knows. That's why you haven't clicked away. Because you know what I'm about to say is meant for you. Tonight, something will be revealed that was hidden in plain sight. A truth, a name, a realization that hits your heart so fast you won't even need proof. You'll just know because when the divine speaks, it doesn't argue with your logic. It awakens your knowing. You've been surviving long enough. Now it's time to live again. Really live. With joy, with peace, with clarity, with the confidence that you are not waiting for permission anymore. You are stepping into what was already written for you. The people who didn't see your light, that was never about you. Their blindness does not dim your brilliance. The delays, they weren't punishments. They were protections. God was shielding you until the right timing. And tonight, the timing turns in your favor. You see, heaven doesn't operate on clocks. It moves by alignment. And child, you are in alignment now. Don't underestimate how rare that is. Most people never even feel it. But you're walking into it, not by force, but by faith. And do you know why it took this long? Because what's coming into your life now is so divine, so custom designed that anything less would have broken your heart again. And God said, no, not this one. I will not let this one settle again. I love them too much. That's why you're being prepared, because the blessing that's coming will demand the strongest version of you. And heaven has been shaping that version quietly behind the scenes. So tonight, when that whisper comes, when you feel the shift, when the breeze brushes your skin like an invisible hand, don't run. Don't question. Don't doubt. Just open your spirit. Just say, I receive it. You may even feel a presence in the room. You may hear your name. You may get chills. That's not fear. That's the presence of God entering your atmosphere through the open door your faith created. Archangel Michael doesn't visit homes for small things. His arrival means war in the spirit has ended and victory has been declared. That person you've cried over, God is touching their heart. That opportunity you almost gave up on, it's circling back. That situation that drained you for months, the power of it breaks tonight. But it starts with you choosing to believe. Not perfectly. Just enough to light the candle. Enough to speak the words. Enough to hold space for a miracle, even if it looks nothing like what you imagined. Heaven's biggest blessings often come in the quietest ways. So don't look for fireworks. Look for that deep peace, that sigh you didn't expect. That moment when your shoulders suddenly relax and you don't know why. That's the shift. And when you feel it, speak this. I welcome this moment. I accept the healing. Michael, I thank you. God, I trust you. And know this, when you say that, angels are activated. They move. They fight. They open doors you never could. They touch hearts on your behalf. They protect your sleep. They whisper into the ears of the one who's been thinking about you but afraid to speak. They rearrange conversations that haven't even happened yet. They align people, timing, and divine opportunities so that when you walk into the next chapter of your life, you won't have to force anything. You'll simply walk in grace. And beloved, that's exactly where you're headed. This is not just about tonight. It's about what tonight unlocks. It's about finally being in the right place spiritually, emotionally, energetically for the blessing to arrive and stay. God doesn't want to give you temporary miracles anymore. He wants to give you lasting ones. Not gifts you lose, but gifts you grow with. And if you've ever said, God, I don't want anything fake. I want what's real. Then heaven heard that. And the reason it felt like nothing was happening is because the real stuff takes longer to build. But when it comes strong, unshakable, and child, it's coming. But you must be awake for it. This is the final hour before the shift. The air is sacred. The veil is thin. Heaven is open. And Archangel Michael is standing at your side saying, they're ready. Let it begin. So I ask you one last time, will you open your heart for what's about to arrive? Because tonight your home becomes holy ground and your story begins again. Not with pain, not with fear, but with light. Accept it. Let heaven in. The next 24 hours will surprise you. And this time, it won't slip away, child. The time is so close now. You're not imagining the shift you feel around you. That weight in the air, that tingling on your skin, that sudden silence that falls like a pause in the spirit, it's all happening because heaven is entering your space, and not quietly anymore. This is not a soft knock. This is a divine arrival. It's the kind of moment that doesn't just come and go, it rearranges everything. And Archangel Michael is already inside the walls of your home, not to frighten you, but to free you. Because someone somewhere had plans against your peace. They smiled at you in daylight, but sent energy against you in darkness. They tried to slow you down by speaking fear into your name, and you felt it. The slow decline, the unexplained sadness, the dreams that started to slip away. But what they didn't realize is that you're protected. The moment you accepted this message, the moment you let it speak to your heart, you gave heaven permission to act. And now the angels are not watching from a distance. They are moving. Your room is being spiritually cleaned. Your thoughts are being gently rewired. And tonight, while you sleep, something deep will be removed from your spirit. Something you've been carrying so long that you forgot what it felt like to be light. A memory, a weight, a fear, a lie, whatever it is, Archangel Michael is cutting it away with his sword of truth. And child, here's what you must understand. This is not happening to you. It's happening for you because your name is written in a spiritual book and it's not at the back. It's at the top of a page titled Divine Purpose. And do you know what's underneath your name? A list of things that are about to come to life. A reunion that has been delayed by pride and fear. A financial shift that will come from an unexpected conversation. A message from someone who never stopped thinking about you. A breakthrough in a place that has been shut for years. A spiritual gift that has been waiting in your lineage. And you are the one chosen to receive it. All of this begins tonight. The reason Archangel Michael is begging you, literally begging you for just 2 seconds of your spirit's focus, is because this window is narrow. It is open right now, but it won't stay open forever. You must say yes. You must acknowledge this moment because what happens tonight could have taken 5 more years, but heaven said no. Bring it early. This soul is ready. And so here it is. Now, let me speak to the part of you that's tired. The part that has seen too much pain to believe something this beautiful could still come for you. That voice in you saying, "Why would God choose me?" Child, it's because of the pain. Because of your heart. Because of your tears. Because you didn't turn bitter when you had every reason to. When you were betrayed, you didn't become betrayal. When you were abandoned, you didn't start abandoning others. When you were silenced, you still chose to love with your actions. And heaven watched every moment. You thought no one saw. Oh, no. Angels saw it all. They documented it. They wept with you. And tonight they come to say enough. It ends now. Let the restoration begin. Even now as you read these words, something is stirring in your chest. A memory. Maybe a desire you buried long ago, or just a feeling you can't explain. That's not random. That's the moment your soul aligns with the will of heaven. Don't run from it. Feel it. Speak into it. Let it open the door. And say it again. I receive it. I welcome what's mine. I say yes to God's plan. Even if I don't understand it. And after you say it, wait. Just wait in silence. Don't rush away. Let the tears come if they need to, because they aren't weakness. There's sacred water preparing the ground for what is about to bloom. Tonight, before you sleep, speak aloud to Archangel Michael. If you're here, I give you permission. Move through this house. Clean what needs cleansing. Heal what needs healing. Awaken what's been sleeping in me. Then rest. Because while you sleep, heaven will work. And when you wake up, you will feel different. Not all at once, but in layers. You'll notice the birds sound louder, the morning feels lighter, the weight is missing. You'll receive a message or a sign. Or maybe you'll just know, something broke, something healed, something shifted, and you won't be able to explain it. But your soul will whisper, this was the night. The night everything started to turn around. So again I tell you with love that comes from the very heart of God. Don't walk away from this message. Don't delay it. Don't silence what your soul is feeling. Subscribe. Stay connected. This isn't entertainment. This is prophetic alignment and it will continue. But only for those who stay awake, because the next whisper from heaven is already being written. And the next time it comes to you, you will be ready. And beloved child, before this sacred night falls completely over your home, listen to what I am about to tell you. Because this is the part many overlook. God doesn't just send angels when things are falling apart. He sends them when things are about to come together. And Archangel Michael is standing in your space tonight for that very reason. This is not a warning of doom. It is a preparation for fulfillment. A blessing that is so deep, so personal, so precisely crafted for your spirit that it cannot be delivered to anyone else but you. You may still feel unsure. You may say, but I'm not holy enough. I still make mistakes. I still question. I still cry too much. But don't you know by now? It was never about being perfect. It was about being willing. And you've been willing. Willing to rise after being broken. Willing to believe after being abandoned. Willing to speak life even while carrying pain in your own chest. God saw that. Heaven honored it, and now heaven responds. Child, I need you to understand this clearly. There is a divine appointment happening in your house tonight. You are not imagining the strange energy. You are not crazy for feeling watched, because you are watched, but not by harm. By help. By angels standing at every doorway. By a spiritual covering that's been placed over your home like a shield of light. By a presence that brings clarity, peace, and a promise that you're no longer alone. And I want you to know something that will give your heart peace. There's someone from the other side, someone you love who has been watching over you. They haven't spoken out before because the timing wasn't right. But tonight, as the veil thins and the spiritual becomes more visible, they are allowed to send a sign. It might be a dream. It might be a memory. It might be a scent in the air that makes no sense. But when it happens, don't second guess it. Just whisper, I feel you. Thank you for showing up, because love never dies. And tonight, the past, present, and future meet in your home, all in one sacred breath. And here's something that may bring tears to your eyes. That person who stopped talking to you. The one who walked away like you never mattered. The one who broke your heart so quietly that it shattered louder inside you than outside. They're waking up, not to guilt, but to recognition. Suddenly, your name is rising in their thoughts. Not because of anything you did, but because when heaven begins to move, nothing stays hidden. They're remembering things you thought they forgot. The way your laugh made their day better. The way your presence felt like safety. The way you never stopped believing in their better side, even when they gave you the worst. They're feeling it now. And they don't even know why, but you do. Because Archangel Michael is working not just on your behalf, but in the spirit of reconciliation, healing, and divine justice. You will not be left out. You will not be overlooked. You will not be forgotten. God is rewriting your story in front of those who thought you were finished. But the key to receiving all of this is simple. You must say yes. Yes to the visit. Yes to the shift. Yes to the message. Yes to the love that's being sent your way. Yes to the part of you that's afraid to hope again but still hopes anyway. Say yes even with trembling. Say yes even with tears. Because heaven does not require your confidence, only your consent. So tonight, let your spirit consent to peace, to joy, to clarity, to answers that have been delayed but not denied. And child, I urge you, don't close your eyes tonight without acknowledging what's happening in your home. Light that candle. Whisper that prayer. Sit in stillness for just 2 minutes. Let heaven touch the atmosphere. Say, I welcome every angel sent by God. Michael, you are free to enter and protect this house. No darkness will stay here. No lie will survive here. Only truth, only light, only divine alignment may dwell here. And when you wake up tomorrow, you will not be the same. You may not see everything yet, but you'll feel it. A stillness in your chest, a new clarity in your thoughts, a soft voice saying, you're on the right path. Keep going. Because you are, and heaven is walking with you. Now, if you felt every word of this message deep in your bones, don't let it fade away. Subscribe. Stay connected. This isn't just one message. It's the beginning of a divine conversation between you and the one who made you. Because more is coming and you don't want to miss a single word. Archangel Michael has spoken. Heaven is watching. Your miracle is unfolding. Now all that's left is for you to say yes. And if you're still here, still reading, still breathing quietly with these words resting on your chest, then let me say this plainly. You are the reason this message exists. Out of millions of souls walking this earth, you were chosen to receive this. Not because you're perfect, not because you've done everything right, but because your heart still longs to believe in love that never dies, in presence that transcends distance, and in a God who never stopped whispering your name. You felt invisible to others lately, haven't you? Like the world is moving and you're standing still. You've watched people celebrate things you're still praying for. You've smiled through tears at good news that reminded you of everything you've lost. You've cheered for others while secretly wondering if you'll ever get your turn. And child, that kind of strength doesn't go unnoticed in heaven. It doesn't just get seen. It gets recorded. It gets honored. Angels gather around you in those silent moments when no one claps for your quiet victories. They do. They do because they know the truth. You're not just surviving. You're glowing in the dark. And guess who else saw it? That one who's in heaven now. That one who once held your face in their hands and said, "You're special." That one who sent this message on this very day because they couldn't wait any longer, because you needed to know now. They saw you trying to be strong for others when your own heart was breaking. They saw you take care of people when you wished someone would just take care of you. They saw you sit in silence overwhelmed by memories and still whisper, "Thank you, God, for today." They saw it all. And now they want me to tell you what they can't say in person. You were enough for me. You were always enough. There was never a day when they didn't feel your love. Even if it wasn't perfect. Even if it came through messy words, broken hugs, or misunderstood silences, they knew. They know. And what's more, they still feel it. Love doesn't die. It doesn't vanish. It transforms. And that's why you felt them around lately. That sudden memory you couldn't explain. That tug at your heart when you saw their favorite color, heard their favorite song, smelled something that reminded you of home. That was not coincidence. That was connection. Heaven isn't some faraway cloud in the sky. It's right here. Closer than your next heartbeat. And they're part of it now. And so are you. But now I need you to trust again. Not just in me, but in you. You've lost trust in yourself. You've doubted your intuition. You've questioned your decisions. You've wondered if maybe you're the problem. But child, you're not. You're a soul who feels deeply. You're a heart that holds more than most. And sometimes the world doesn't know how to handle that. But I do, and so do they. They love the way you care too much. They love the way you overthink because it means you care enough to want to do things right. They love the way you check on others before checking on yourself. But now they want you to check on you, because the truth is you deserve joy. You deserve rest. You deserve real love. Not the kind that asks you to shrink, but the kind that helps you expand. There's a miracle with your name on it. And it's not delayed. It's on time. Divine time. You just weren't supposed to walk into it burdened. You were meant to walk in healed. And that's what this moment is. Healing, honoring, homecoming. You are coming back to yourself, to your laughter, to your purpose, to your softness. The world tried to harden you, but you said, "No, I'll stay soft." And that softness, that's where heaven lives. So keep being kind when it's hard. Keep loving when it feels risky. Keep hoping when the world says, "Why bother?" Because I'm working where you can't see. And so is your angel. The next few days may feel different. Don't be afraid. That's just the energy around you shifting. That's heaven rearranging things. Moving obstacles, releasing burdens, sending blessings. And when it comes, when that shift becomes a breakthrough, I want you to remember this moment. Because it all started here with this message, with this breath, with this knowing, you are held. You are safe. You are never walking alone again. And the person you loved so much, they've never stopped saying your name in heaven. Even now they're whispering it softly, lovingly over and over again, because no matter how much time passes, you'll always be their person. And they'll always be right here. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath and say it back. I love you. I hear you. I'm still here, too. Then let the tears fall if they come. Let the smile stretch across your face when it rises. Let your soul feel what it's been begging to feel. You were never forgotten. You were never alone. And you are deeply, eternally, unconditionally loved. Now go live, shine, love, and carry this message wherever your heart takes you next, because this isn't the end, my child. It's the beginning. And child, as you prepare to close your eyes tonight, know this. You are not alone in that room. There is movement in the atmosphere, soft, gentle, but powerful. A shift that your physical eyes may not detect, but your soul can already feel. That warmth on your skin, that calm flowing into your chest. That sudden release of tension in your back or your neck. That is heaven's way of touching you without using hands. That is how God lets you know that the words you've read here are not fiction. They are prophecy spoken not to entertain you, but to awaken you, to remind you. Remind you that your story was never forgotten. Your suffering never ignored. Your tears never wasted. Because child, God collects tears. Every one of them you cried into a pillow. Every silent scream you released in the dark. Every prayer you whispered under your breath so no one else would hear, God heard them. Archangel Michael felt them. And tonight they are being answered, not just with comfort, but with transformation. Now, let me say something you may not expect. Your name has been spoken in rooms you don't even know exist. By people you've never met, by angels in meetings above the clouds. And do you know what they said? This one is ready. This one has waited long enough. Let the delay break. Let the doors open. Let the promise begin. There is a promise attached to your life. Not just the kind people speak to make you feel better, but a deep, ancient promise written long before your birth. Something you agreed to carry. A calling so beautiful and powerful that darkness tried to crush it before you ever knew it existed. That's why the pain was so deep. That's why the isolation felt so cruel. That's why certain people walked away without closure, because they were never meant to stand in the place you're stepping into. God removed them not to punish you, but to protect what He was building. And now He's revealing it. That's what tonight is. Not a warning, a revealing. The truth behind why you felt like you don't belong. Why you're different. Why your heart breaks deeper. Why your soul longs louder. Why you feel things others ignore. Because you were born to be a spiritual bridge. To carry light into dark spaces. To show people what God's love really looks like. To walk into rooms and shift the temperature just by being there. You are not too sensitive. You are spiritually awake. And that sensitivity is your superpower. It's what allows you to hear heaven even in whispers. And right now, heaven is whispering. You've made it to the edge of the promise. Tonight is your confirmation. Do not turn back. You've sacrificed too much to stop here. You've grown too much to dim your light again. And yes, the past hurt, but the future will heal. And the present, this exact moment right now, is the bridge between both. Child, breathe. Inhale grace. Exhale fear. Let God rearrange the energy in your home tonight. Let Archangel Michael stand at every corner watching, guarding, blessing, protecting. And when you sleep, allow yourself to rest in the arms of divine assurance, because something rare is happening. Somewhere in the spiritual realm, someone who left you, someone whose energy you still carry, is reaching out, not just in memory, but in spirit. They are whispering something to you in your dreams. Not because they want to disturb your peace, but because they want to give you closure, the closure you never got. And that closure is going to open something. You'll wake up feeling lighter. Not empty, but cleared. Not confused, but quieted. Because for the first time in a long time, your soul won't be spinning in questions. It will be standing on truth. The truth that you are deeply loved. The truth that something is coming and it's not just another hope. It's real. It's near and it's already moving toward you. The person whose heart is aligned with yours, they're being pulled closer. The opportunity you thought you lost, it's being rewritten. The healing you thought was too late to receive, it's already started. So please, I ask you again, don't walk away from this moment without receiving it. Say it aloud. God, I receive all that is mine. I release what is not meant for me. I make room in my life, in my home, and in my heart for heaven to move. I accept the help of Archangel Michael tonight. Let this be the night everything changes. Say it, feel it, believe it. And when the room feels quiet, when the clock ticks slower, when your eyes close and your breath deepens, know that you are being wrapped in light, covered in favor, sealed in divine protection. This is your night, the turning point, the page turn in your story that no one saw coming. But heaven always knew, because you were born for this moment. And tonight you finally step into it. Bell subscribe to Heaven Knows You for daily Archangel Michael messages.